Hello YouTube, how is it going, guys? Oh man, what a pretty day. You could not ask for a prettier day. Me and Hadley are out here just enjoying some sunshine and the birds chirping and just some really pretty weather. I'll tell you what, I'm actually making this video because the other day, in my last video, which I understand was really cruddy, it was on the GoPro, and this one probably looks just a little bit better. I'm hoping it does anyway. This is my first time trying to use this as a vlogging camera. Basically, there's no flip around screen, so I can't really see what I'm looking at. So the hope is that I'm just focused on my face and not up at the trees or the sky or whatever. It should be pretty good. You want to say hi? Can you say hi? Can you wave? Hey, can you wave at the camera? Okay, anyway. So, she's not apparently going to cooperate today. But anyway, basically what happened is, as you could tell from the title of this video, I caught the biggest bass that I've ever caught to date. Took my little brother Caleb fishing this weekend. Oh, now you're gonna wave? Yeah. Took my little brother fishing this weekend, and we went to Big Lake that I know down south. We've had a ton of rain here in Arkansas, and everything's just super up and muddy, and it's hard to find a place to fish right now. It's hard to locate a fish once you're there. Like I said, it's like fishing chocolate milk. There's just no visibility anywhere you go. So I went to a kind of a big lake down south of here, about an hour away or so, and I haven't fished it since last year, the beginning of last year, and it was up and muddy too. But what ended up happening was we threw everything in the boat basically. We threw plastics, we threw spinner baits, we threw chatterbaits, crankbaits, and I'm talking about could not even get a single fish. I mean, doing everything I could, using everything in my knowledge base that I possibly could to catch fish, and just couldn't catch them. I don't know. It was just tough. Like I said, the water was up about 3 foot from what it normally was, and super murky. But I ended up getting this 5-inch glide bait on Amazon, and I paid like $12 for it, which for me, paying $12 for a bait is a lot. Oh, she's killing me. Gotta switch arms. Anyway, feeling better now. Yeah, so I ordered this 12-inch glide bait, and I don't know if you guys have seen one of those, but it looks like this right here. And never thrown one before. I kind of almost bought it as a joke, and after I got it in, it was I don't know, it's kind of daunting. It's a big heavy bait, and I wasn't gonna throw it. I honestly forgot about it, and like I said, we just weren't catching any more fish, and we were getting about 30 minutes from tying on to top water and doing the evening kind of top water bite. And I said, oh Caleb, here's that glide bait. I never used that today, and I was like, I'm gonna throw it for about 30 minutes and see. So I tied the thing on and made one cast at the end of a log, and I was telling my little brother, like, I've literally never thrown one of these before. I don't know if they turn sideways and go over logs, you know. I don't know how easy they get hung up. And I told him, I said, watch, I'm probably fixing to get hung up right here at the end of this log. And sure enough, my rod bent over double. I was like, yep, I told you. So I mean, I let slack in the line and was literally using the trolling motor to go get my bait. And all of a sudden I hear Caleb go, oh Bubba, that's you're not hung up, that's a fish. And I look up and I swear I saw the biggest mouth I've ever seen in my entire life come up out of the water. So of course we start freaking out. I haul the fish into the boat, and it was awesome, you know. The thing absolutely just engulfed that glide bait. It was all the way at the back of its throat. Unfortunately, I'm going to show a picture of the fish. Unfortunately, one of the hooks did get down in the gills, and it took me a minute to get it out. It's the reason I only took I think we had 3 pictures of the fish after it was all said and done. But I was able to get it out, and we did get the fish in the water, and she had some blood running down the side, and that's why you'll see that in the picture. But basically we got her back in the water and got her good and recovered, and you know, she was perfectly fine. She swam off good, and I think she was definitely bedding. She had a bloody tail. Seemed like she swam right back straight down to her bed. But that was just epic on first cast, and you know, so I'm thinking, okay, now we're fixing to start catching some fish. And yeah, so the apparently my line during all that got wrapped around the eye of my pole. Didn't notice. Went to make about a 20-foot cast. Big old heavy bait, snapped right off, went right out in the middle of the lake and sank to the bottom. So that was a $12 lure, which again for me is a very expensive lure, and I didn't even get to make 2 casts with it before I lost it. But yeah, we've got 3 more of those coming in from Amazon, and pretty excited about fishing some of those. But yeah, that's basically it. And what really stinks is, you know, I set out my GoPro, and I set out my extra batteries, and I set out my extra SD cards, and promptly left them all right here at the house. So caught my, you know, biggest bass that I've ever caught. It weighed 7 pounds 1 ounce, by the way, and yeah, didn't get it on video. Isn't that just great for a guy who's trying to start a fishing YouTube channel? So, but basically the rest of the day was a bust. I think I caught like 1, maybe 3/4 pound bass the rest of the day on a buzzbait, and that was it. But I would definitely have liked to had that bass on video and be able to show that to you guys. Like I said, that'll definitely teach me a lesson for in the future as far as catching fish goes. That'll definitely teach me a lesson there. But yeah, basically for this video, I know it's getting kind of long. Basically for this video, I just wanted to show you guys my little fishing boat that I bought. This was actually, I'll just turn the camera around here. This was actually bought first by my uncle, and he had it for a really long time. I'll see if I can't focus. My camera apparently does not autofocus during video. But anyway, this boat was actually bought by my uncle. Brand new in like 1982, I think is what the year model is. And he is just a wizard when it comes to working aluminum or anything like that. And he actually completely decked this boat out in aluminum backed by styrofoam. And yeah, he had it for a long time. He actually sold it to my dad, and my dad had it for a really, really long time. And I don't know if my grandpa bought it from him, basically what happened. And it's set out in my dad's yard for a really long time with no trolling motor, no motor on it, and tires dry rotted. And my grandpa basically bought it from him and fixed the boat back up, and it was just a hull. And so it's been sitting over at my grandpa's, and fortunately I came up to him and asked him if he wanted to sell it, and he said yeah, he wanted to sell it. So, but basically there it is. I mean, it's a little 14-foot John boat. It's only got a 30, I think 6-inch bottom on it, but I was fortunate enough to come by a $100 used trolling motor online. Does everything that I need to. It's a 55 pound, so for this little boat, as far as normal fishing, if I'm not in any kind of wind, I mean, I can turn it on 1, and it works great for that. And it's newer, so you know, I'm happy with that. It's the newest trolling motor I've ever used. Usually I'm using 90s model Johnsons and things along that line. But anyway, when it comes down to the decking, I mean, this is just dry storage with a pull tab. I got my life jackets and pull rope, fire extinguisher, you know, all that good stuff. And the other side's the same thing. It's just all open under there. In the middle, it has a really, really big live well. Let's see if I can get this open or not. I cannot. We'll have to go to the other side. Still got to figure out a pull system for that. It's hard to do one-handed, but like I said, every bit of this is aluminum. There's not a piece of wood in this deck, in this boat, except for the seat plate back here and the transom. But yeah, that's basically it. I did pull these out. These were a couple. It had like steps that come straight out here and then turn down. They were like squared off right here, and that was a good idea. I mean, they were filled with foam, and I know that's in case the boat ever, you know, got swamped, it would still float or whatever. But I really need the extra space because usually I've got another guy in the boat with me. So I yanked those out here the other day and opened them up a little bit. I'm gonna close them back in with some sheet aluminum and make it look pretty again. But yeah, basically that's it. I'm starting battery and trolling battery back here. Trolling batteries up under in that plastic box there. Big gas tank, and shh, don't tell the game warden that's actually a Johnson 30 horsepower motor that's on there. It's a little bit big for the boat, but the issue is that this boat is only rated for a 20 horsepower, and it is very, 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 very hard to find a 20 horsepower. A 15 horse motor would not plane it out with all the extra weight in the boat that I put in it. So I got to looking online. I was like, okay, I'm going to find me a 25 horsepower, but it turns out that the 25 horsepower weighs just as much as the 30, and so I was like, well, I did find this 30 for pretty cheap, and I was like, well, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the 30. Yeah, it's a little bit big for the boat. I'm not gonna lie, it'll run 40 in a 14-foot aluminum boat. Gets kind of scary, but got a little bilge pump down there and everything, just in case I do get some water in the boat. And like I said, it's very basic, it's very dirty, and that's the good thing about having an aluminum is, you know, when I get ready to clean it, I just spray it out with a water hose, and I don't have to worry about soaking down the wood deck or anything like that. But basically the only other thing I'm probably going to do to this boat, I've already put new trailer lights on it, added the rear seat plate, and you know, I put the trolling motor and everything on it, but I'm going to probably strip down this trailer and repaint it, make it look pretty again. It's actually pretty cool. I know this video is probably freaky long at this point, but I did want to bring this up, is that oh, here's my next door neighbor. I did want to bring this up that me and my dad are actually starting a business, and you know, it's something me and him have talked about for a really long time. I'm gonna flip the camera back around to me here. It's something we've talked about for a really long time that we really don't see much of, and that is used boat sales. Like you know, them having several used boats for sale that you know are in really good condition. So we're going to, yeah, we're going to start that business. We're going to start out really small and have just a couple of boats for sale at a time. So I'm sure you will be seeing some videos of that, doing our boat restorations. We're going to look for boats that just maybe have little bitty problems that we can fix, and then turn around and sell for a small profit. And you know, we're probably not going to make anything for a really long time. It'll probably all go back into buying more boats and selling more boats, but we're hoping to eventually maybe have a little lot with a little shop, be able to do like winterizing boats, maybe paint boats, be able to redo boat trailers. I don't know. We'll kind of see where that goes, though. I think it'll be a good thing. I think it'll go over really well. Are you making faces at me? But either way, I think it'll go over well, and you know, even if we don't end up making a ton of money off this, even if it's just a matter of buying a boat every once in a while and fixing it up, you know, there's something to be said of spending time with your dad, and you know, having a hobby together. I'm hoping maybe get my little brother into doing some of this stuff. I've done light boat motor work, you know, carburetors and impellers and lower unit oil, and I'm pretty good at all that, and Dad's really handy when it comes to building anything, so I think we can make it work. I really do. So I'm super excited about starting that endeavor. We did buy our first boat the other day. Like I said, I'm sure you guys will see plenty of videos of it as we go through everything, making different videos and everything of that. And yeah, so stay tuned. We'll have some DIY, maybe some tutorials, maybe. Let me know if you see this video and there's something specific you'd like to see that you can think of an idea. Comment below. And like I said, I'm going to try to grow this channel. I'm going to try to come up with some interesting things. I've been doing a lot of thinking. You want to give me a kiss? Mwah. I've been trying to come up with a lot of things to maybe put on this channel that's not just fishing, maybe daily video logging of my different stuff. I constantly tinker and mess with different things, and yeah, so let me know if there's something that you would like to see. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a fishing video for you guys here pretty soon. Like I said, the water is just so up right now. I really don't know if I want to be able to go catch any fish. We may go back next weekend and try that lake again and hope the water's down. But supposedly the weatherman says that we're supposed to have rain for the next, I think, almost 2 weeks. Another 5 inches of rain, and I just don't know what we're going to do with it all. We're all going to be fishing out of our front yards here pretty soon. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. This video is going to be freakishly long, but that's okay. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and please, if you don't mind, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to try to get some good content for you guys. Can you say bye? Can you say bye-bye? Can you wave? Can you wave? Wave. Wave. Say bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye? Yeah, say bye-bye. There you go. She said bye-bye to you guys. Anyway, guys, on that note, we're going to sign off here. This video is probably already 30 minutes long at this point. But, so stay tuned. I should have some good videos, hopefully, for you guys here pretty soon. I don't know what this week looks like, but I may do a couple more video logs. I don't know. But we'll find out. You'll have to hit that like button, hit the little bell notification, and subscribe, and we'll see. We'll see you guys later.